family. How's every single one of you today? I hope every single one is having a great time. And as you can see, today we're doing something different like we always promise. Every single weekend we try to like expand and do new things. And right now we have the pleasure and the honor to start like a series of Goldberg interviews. And no better than ChaChaCharlie, one of the greatest talents in the independent scene. And right now, family, you're under Cha-Cha time.
I like the Cha-Cha.
This Cha-Cha time, baby. That's right. Woo! Charlie, thank you so very much for being with us. Like I said, we're so happy to the fact that you're with us today. So we're gonna be having a few conversation with you. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me. I appreciate this. Thank you for the opportunity. Love being a part of the podcast and see what we could do about it. Today I got a match later on tonight, so I'm getting mentally ready for that. I worked out before the interview, so we got a little thing going here.
That's awesome. That's good. I know you're going to be supporting a friend for the CCW. You're going to be supporting a friend for a fundraiser because he broke his neck. I know that. Yeah. So you're going to be supporting Alex Ocean. That's what you're going to be supporting, and I really appreciate the fact that you guys are very together. You guys are showing the community thing. You guys are showing the family, like we are here, like the Goldberg family.
Yeah. Alex Ocean, he's a little crazy. He likes doing crazy things in the ring, and it caught up to him. He broke. I think he broke his neck or something. He's doing a lot better now. He's recovering pretty fast, but. We're doing a beneficial for him tonight for CCW, and hopefully a lot of people come out. All the money's going to him, and hopefully that can help him out with some of his costs and issues. Because this wrestling thing, it isn't easy, and sometimes it's not nice. But when we could all come together and do something like this for one of our compadres, why not?
That's right. I mean,
that's what's so legit about wrestling. You said there's entertainment, there's craziness. Sometimes people go too crazy and hurt, but then you see how everybody comes together as a family, and to me, that's that's what makes it so legit.
Exactly.
It is.
And Alex, he started training with us from. I saw him take his first bumps, so tonight, I'm gonna do my thing. Hopefully, the crowd comes out and it's Cha-Cha time. Let's go.
Yeah, we can tell you they better come out. It's Cha-Cha time. You got to come out.
Cha-Cha time. We love it. Yeah.
What are you doing if you're not coming out the Cha-Cha time? Like, seriously.
Yeah, like, Cha-Cha time is the hottest thing, forget WWE, forget those things, Cha-Cha time is like what I pop for. And Cha-Cha, tell me a little bit about the beginnings of you. I know that, you trained with Pablo Marquez. He is the one that, got you in the business. So, very brief, just tell me, how did, Cha-Cha becomes the wrestler? How did you get it, into the business?
I have a background in film production. I used to do all the videos and the editing, and I used to also be the cameraman for CCW back in the days, back in 2013, 2014. And then, while I was recording, while I was doing all this, my passion was really to be a wrestler. And then the opportunity presented itself. I told Pablo I want to wrestle, teach me. He took me under his wings, and ChaChaCharlie was born after that. During practice, during training, I would always dance merengue, trying to do something different. The name wasn't there yet. I think I came up with El Charlie Bronson. Funny story on that is that The Rock's dad, rest in peace to the great Rocky Johnson.
Yes.
He wasn't a fan of that name. He hated the name El Charlie Bronson. He's like, El Charlie Bronson, what the hell is that? And I was like, shit.
Gotta come up with something different, right?
Yeah, Charlie stuck. It stayed. Everybody kept on calling me Charlie. That was it. And then one of the wrestlers was like, why don't you put Cha-Cha in front of it? And I'm like, ChaChaCharlie, ChaChaCharlie. I like it.
Yeah.
Ring, something to remember, something that no one will forget. And then ChaChaCharlie was born.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
and to me,
awesome.
that fits because you're like a top baby face anywhere you go, and that fits it. Especially the fans, ChaChaCharlie. it sounds like a baby face, and like the kids, they normally attach themselves to the baby face, and that's like perfect with the kids and everything. So that's what I mean. It was like everything came together, which
Everything
is really
came
cool.
together. Could have said it any better.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Like, and you will say like, and then your beginnings was also on the CCW, correct?
Yeah,
Or
CCW. That's where I started. That's my hometown, my home promotion. So yeah, Coastal Championship Wrestling is where it's at.
and you actually, I think you were one of the longest CCW World Heavyweight Champions, correct? You were like 320 some days in that promotion, right?
Southeastern Heavyweight Champion. That's like our version of the Intercontinental title. So yeah, I'm probably the longest reigning CCW Southeastern Heavyweight Champion.
That's
as far as
right.
the heavyweight champion, I'm a 2-time CCW Heavyweight Champion, but I haven't had a long run. A few situations happened where I was stripped. I lost it one time to David
You were
Mercury.
kidnapped, correct? You were kidnapped in that situation.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they
On
stripped you
that
from the
angle.
title.
Yeah, so they stripped the title when I was kidnapped. I guess that angle a little fire on my ass because I was on a losing streak right after, and then I had the revenge match against Vince Steele, who was the guy that kidnapped me. A little heelish Cha-Cha, you saw him there, but right after 2020, I've been on a winning streak. I think I'm 4-0 right now. Trying to work myself back.
I was gonna say that I think the third time is the charm, and that's gonna be the record-breaking title reign. And I like you said on Rope Break, sometimes we can smell things in the air, and I smell it. It's coming.
Yeah, I can smell
It's
it. I can smell it.
Cha-Cha
I see big things for Cha-Cha because I won Cha-Cha with gold. I won Cha-Cha with gold.
I look better with gold. I look better with a title. Plus, I
I
need
know.
a dancing partner.
We've been following you, so I remember you said I feel naked with gold, and it's pretty understandable. We know that. And how is that, with the relationship with Vince Steele? Because you guys used to be best friends. You were tag champs, and then he turned heel on you. Is that relationship improved or like still bad? How is that working?
I'm a little bitter over the situation. I lost my title because of him. We're not even talking on social media, but lately I seen him like some of my stuff, so I think he misses me. But I think we still have a score to settle. I think there should be another match. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I think we still have something to prove here.
I think a frog splash through the table will even things out. Then I think, okay, then you can be friends again.
Yeah, I think maybe a no disqualification, no holds bars, something has to give,
Yeah,
or like a steel cage.
Last man standing, something. Let's get it done.
Steel cage.
Or like I quit or something like that, so we can settle the score, and then we can actually, at some point, let's say, wrestling is always like comes full circle. So you guys can be friends again, who knows? But like I watched that rivalry, and I remember like I saw those heelish, that bits of Cha-Cha as a heel, but we will touch that, a little later on the show. But I wanted like also to ask you like, what's your take on the current product? Like you Cha-Cha, like do you watch wrestling outside of like your promotion? Do you watch other promotions and stuff? We saw you on AEW.
Yeah, I'm a fan first. I've been watching wrestling since I was a baby. Wrestling is in my background. My uncle was a famous the Dominican wrestler in the Dominican Republic, so it's in my blood. The current product, I think wrestling is hot right now. There's so much options, so much TV time. Wrestling is almost being broadcasted every day now, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of avenues. If you don't like the WWE, you can watch AEW. If that's still not your niche, you can watch NWA Power. There's Ring of Honor. There's TNA. There's so much options right now. Wrestling is real hot right now, and right now it's the time. It's the time to watch.
It is. Like, for example, like tell me a little bit about you. How was like we saw you first row on AEW Dynamite. How was that? Did you have a good time?
I was there. I was actually there, part of the show. I was the one that gave the beer to what's his name?
Hangman Page.
Yeah, Hangman Page. Sorry about that.
That's legit.
Yeah. So my partner who was there was Bugs Moran. He's also a wrestler. Hangman came, grabbed the beer from him. I guess Omega took it away from him, so he came back and grabbed the beer that I had. So Hangman. If I see you, you owe me a beer. It's just
Well,
know
we know
that.
Handman
Yeah,
Page. You
I was
know,
gonna say, well, he had the pitcher of beer, so I think he can give us all around a beer.
yeah, he can give us all around, and like I think that like say, was the experience was your experience good? Did you enjoy yourself? Like, what's the atmosphere like when it comes to AEW?
Yeah, so they were in Miami for the first time. It was a packed house. They did pretty good. The show was amazing. The dark show was good too. I got to see Diamante, who's a
Yeah.
local, who was a independent wrestler here for a long time. So she's moving on up. I got to see Sunny Kiss wrestle, who also I've been on shows with him. Yeah, I got to see some of the fellas. It was a good experience. The crowd, they knew who I was. There was a small
Oh,
little
that's legit.
cha-cha chant going on. Obviously it wasn't on TV, but yeah, the crowd started chanting cha-cha, cha-cha, and I had to get up my seat and give them a little.
Yeah,
cha-cha.
you gotta give it to him.
That's awesome. Like, don't you think?
Yeah.
Like, how does that make you feel, Chacha? When you go out, places like that, and like people start chanting Chacha, start getting in the groove. Like, I'm pretty sure like that has to be the world for you.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like people are starting to know who I am, and that's the best feeling in the world. I've gone to the mall and kids have stopped me and say, "Yo, Cha-Cha Charlie." I'm like, "How do you know I'm Cha-Cha Charlie?" Like, I'm a fan. I'm like, "I bet you are. Let's take a pic."
That's awesome.
It's a good experience right now. I love it, and hopefully it could grow from here.
That's great.
And,
That's
and,
absolutely
and, then,
great.
and then soon, like then you'll be on that dark match, and then we'll watch you on Tuesday on YouTube, and then you'll be on the show. That's what we're
Exactly.
hoping.
Is that for example like like is we can start dreaming of Chacha being on AEW because Jean Paul is the one that like he covers AEW Dynamite and normally he's kind of like not too happy to see some kind of the results, but if we see Chacha I think we're all gonna be extra happy and extra willing to do the episodes.
Oh yeah, why not, man? That would be a dream come true, man. And AEW is probably the closest place that I have a shot at, in my opinion, because I know some of the guys there. So let's see.
Would
Well,
AEW be your? I'm gonna ask maybe like a tough question. Would that be your choice, or like if you could choose any of them out there, like all the ones you named, NWA, Impact, Ring of Honor, WWE, like if you had a choice, like who would you go to? Like let's say like you have full control over Cha Cha Charlie, but it's just which company would you want to go for?
Yeah, as long as I could keep the whole ChaChaCharlie gimmick. I need to go anywhere right now, honestly. Whoever wants to give me the opportunity, whoever feels like there's a shot for me, whoever sees something in me is the company that I want to go for. And yeah, that's the goal. I mean, if I can make it to the WWE, absolutely. That's where the money's at. AEW is doing great. I would love to be in AEW. They have TV time. They got good exposure. The great storytelling, and yeah. I mean, I don't really want to pick right now, but whoever wants to give the opportunity, I'm open for it.
Now, would you ever like consider wrestling like out of the country, like in like a New Japan or anything like that? Or
Yeah, I'll do AAA of Mexico if I have to. New Japan. Yeah, Canada, anywhere right now.
That's awesome.
I'm a free agent.
we
I'm
want
available.
Cha-Cha.
Let's see who picks me up.
We want
We want
Cha-Cha to be
Cha-Cha,
to be worldwide.
I know
Worldwide.
Chacha like
It's
that is
Cha-Cha
like we
time
want
all over
Chacha
the world, not just
we
Florida.
want Chacha everywhere. I would love to see Les
It's
Champion Chris
always
Jericho
Cha-Cha
against Chacha.
time. It's always Cha-Cha time. It doesn't
It
matter
always-
where you're at.
It always is. It's like we always feel it, Yeah,
know.
baby. Yeah. So Chacha, tell me a little bit about like we know that like when you were little, like you look up to Hulk Hogan, Bret Hart, and you said also that you always like wanted to be like Carlito, like Alberto Del Rio. You had actually the chance to work with both of them. How was that like for you? Like people that you look up to, and then you're like right next to them, and you actually have to work with them.
Yeah, like life is crazy. These are the guys like Carlito, Alberto Del Rio is guys that I looked up to when I was watching wrestling, when I was just a fan. These were like my favorite wrestlers, and then life just puts me next to them and puts me in opportunities where I wrestle with them. I get to tag team with them. I be a part of the locker room with them. Get to hear their stories. Get to interact with them. It's something that I would have never imagined. And just life just put me there, and that's just life. You never know what's gonna happen, and to be a part of it, it's just amazing, man. I can say my dream came true, right? If I don't become a professional wrestler with the WWE, I can say, I wrestle with the big guys. So it was
Definitely,
a great
but
experience. I'm happy about it.
I really see that they could be like a really big spot for you in the WWE. Any promotion in the country, just because the character that you have. They always need that Latino man like you that like excel sex appeal. Great in the ring. So that's something that a lot of Latinos have, but like the charisma, like you have it. I will always say that like maybe Angel Garza is as charismatic as you are at
Yeah,
this point in the Latino market. Because see, the Lucha Bros are great in the ring, but they don't have this like connection with the crowd that Cha has. So that will be a big avenue for you if you ever will want to like be for the work for those kind of promotions. At least if I'm the booker, I will try to like excel that from you. That
exactly.
relationship that you guys have.
Oh yeah, and then like what you mentioned earlier, I didn't even think of like NWA. Like I think that would be like almost like a perfect fit for you, maybe to make a pit stop there for a couple months or however long you feel, because like they could use that kind of baby face, because it would really like it would be a change of pace from what they have, and like from the shows that I watch, the crowd is so good there, so I feel like you would resonate with them and they would love it. You come down from the steps and you're doing the cha-cha, like they would all love
Yeah,
it. So that's
yeah,
It
to
will
me
be
like.
amazing. It will be amazing. So I really feel that like, you have a really big shot when it comes to like these promotions because of your character. But see, this now takes me to a question to you. Do you ever see yourself turning heel, kind of add a little bit more to the gimmick of Cha-Cha? Like, do you see like going like to another extension of what Cha-Cha is? Have you
uh,
thought about it at this point?
uh, it's a little tough because the fans love me right now, and I love the fans. It's something that if I turn heel, I would be breaking a lot of hearts. But it's not on me. Sometimes if the promotion wants me to be a heel, I'll be a heel. So I'll do what I have to do. But right now I'm a face. I'm a baby. I'm enjoying it right now. Uh, Me, I could turn it up. I could become a heel. It just depends on who's gonna take that out on me.
All I'm
Vince was
saying,
pretty close, but I'm not a bad guy. I'm a good guy.
is because I will just, it will be cool to see, people with the signs. Why Cha-Cha? Why?
Mhm.
And you just come out and start ripping the
And
signs
and
off.
and that and my favorite thing about a heel turn is once you turn heel, when you eventually turn back face and they hear that music and you come out, the pop will be huge. And that's like what it's always about. When it's like he's back, he's face, here he comes. You make the save, whatever happens.
Yeah,
That
like if I turn heel, I'll tease the dance, but don't give it to them. Something along those lines.
It will be cool to just like I said, but well, not tell me how did you come up with your moveset? What was your inspiration? Who did you try to emulate, or what kind of wrestler were you trying to be when
Yeah, a
when it
little
came
bit
to
of
like
Eddie Guerrero, Carlito, El Patron, Alberto Del Rio. A little bit of everything. I watch a lot of wrestling. I see what was gonna fit the Cha Charlie character. Because I've been told I shouldn't be high flying, but in some right situations, I could pull it off. I feel. It all depends on the situation, my opponent. So it really depends on my opponent. So I switch it up. I could do a little bit of lucha libre. I could be a high flyer. I could be hardcore if you take that out on me. I could do a little bit of everything. It just depends on my opponent.
that's awesome. Yeah, and I just wanted you to talk about like your match with Leon Scott. We just watched that match. I think it was like from a few days ago, and it was just amazing. Like Leon Scott reminded me a little bit of Raven. Like that dark character. Like he wants to kill everybody, destroyer. But then we get to see Charlie, top babyface, and you guys kill it. You guys turn the house down. I really enjoyed it,
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
saw a little bit of hardcore Chacha there.
Leon Scott was great. It was the perfect bad guy versus good guy story. He took out the best out of me. Leon Scott is actually he was a wrestler at MLW, so he's done good things in the indie circle. But yeah, he during the match we built it so much that he was frustrated that he couldn't pin me. He thought he had me. And then he tried to cheat. He took out the thumbtacks, and
yeah.
we did so good.
Where was the ref on that?
I
Was
don't know
it you
who
or
was
was
the ref on
maybe
that
the ref?
fight. Why he let it slide, right?
Yeah, he was too scared to. He didn't want to get thrown in the tack, so he let it go.
Yeah, Tony,
What's going on there? Yeah.
too. Tony's amazing. He's pretty popular too as a ref. I'll leave that to his judgment.
Yeah.
But it backfired. Everyone thought I was gonna go into the tax. I was pretty close. Thanks God I didn't, because backstage Leon had a few of them that were not nice. That were stuck on his back, and they had to get some pliers to take those out. But I'm glad it was him and it wasn't me.
We're glad too, because I don't think that you would have been able to do the interview if that would have been the case. But you were able to counter it, and let me tell you, like, you deliver a great spine buster. Like, you're like very skillful in the ring. And then Jean Paul was saying to me, he put the hat on, and we know what's happening.
Yep.
We know that's happening.
Frog splash and done.
The sombrero frog splash, we call it. Robert called it the sombrero frog splash. 1, 2, 3. Cha-Cha gets the win.
Yeah,
amazing.
The Dominican neighborhood, they call it the Mangu Splash. I think I like it. The Mangu Splash.
Okay, the Mangu Splash. Yeah. Tell us for our American audience, like the term Mangu, where it comes from. You know, I know it's like a dish that is from the original from the Dominican Republic.
Yes, called Mangu. Mangu is really plantains. It's squashed plantain. They eat it. Dominicans, it's a dish that they serve for breakfast. So it's mango. They put salami, fried cheese, eggs, and onions. And it's called the tres golpes, because after you eat that, you're probably not going to get up.
Yeah. Three golpes, like 3 punches, mister. Like 3 punches. So, I know you also, like, you're like your Dominican family. You have a big fan base with the Dominican family. Like, you were born in New York. I know that. And they support you and everything. So, like, do you still, like, you go and wrestle, like, in New York a few times, I'm assuming, also? Have you ever been in House of Glory?
I haven't been in House of Glory. That's the goal, too. Hopefully I can get there. But I've wrestled in New York a few times. I've actually became a world champion, a heavyweight world champion in one of the promotions called Legendary Action Wrestling. So I got the opportunity to become the world heavyweight champion in my hometown of New York City in Washington Heights, which is the neighborhood that I come from. So that was a great opportunity for me. It was I'm happy that I became a champion for them. And the Dominicans, they supported me. They are part of me. It's a part of my family. But I'm doing it for everybody. I'm doing it for the whole Latin culture. Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Mexicans. Colombians,
Ecuadorians, please mention me. Please say Ecuadorians, because a lot of times,
my best
there we
friend.
go. There we go.
Thank you so much, sir. And now I'm just
Ecuadorian. Pablo Marquez is Ecuadorian too.
Oh, is him? No, okay. So, May, please talk to him. Tell him that he has an Ecuadorian fan right here.
There you go.
Yeah, tell him that, like, help out the blood. So Cha-Cha, tell me a little bit about, like, what, like, a dream match from you. What will be a dream match when it comes, like, for example, you fought a lot of people, and definitely you have great matches. Like, you are able, like, I think, to me, you're a general in the ring. That means that you can make anybody look good. But, like, what is, like, a dream match that Cha-Cha says, hey, I would love to fight so-and-so? I know that I could get, like, I can have a 5-star match with them.
My dream match is to wrestle Chris Jericho. That would be a dream come true if I could get Chris Jericho, a little bit of the bubbly versus the ChaChaCharlie character. I think we will tear the roof off. So yeah, I would be a dream come true to face Chris Jericho, who's hot right now, who's on fire, the AEW heavyweight champion. He has his bubbly going on right now, his faction. He's doing pretty good. So yeah, that would be a dream match. In the indie right now, I'm open for anybody in the indie right now. I'm trying to get exposed out there. As far as my wrestling talents, my character, whoever they bring to the table, I'm ready.
It's Cha-Cha time.
It's Cha-Cha time. Hashtag.
It always Cha-Cha time, and this takes me to like I said, Cha-Cha, like, next Saturday. Also, you're gonna be performing at the Valentine's Day After Massacre. So you're gonna be fighting Simon Says. So how are you preparing for that?
Yes, Simon Says he he took a break from the indie, but he's been known. He's wrestled for a long time. I did my research. I did my homework. But Simon says it's Cha-Cha time. So when I'm done with him, Orlando, Florida, will be celebrating and dancing all night long.
All night, and I know Cha-Cha, that's going to be a great show because a part of you, of course, for me, you're one of the main events. But Scott Steiner is going to be there.
Thank you.
Joey Ryan is going to be there. The Rock and Roll Express are going to be there. So Mr. Kennedy, Ken Anderson are going to be there. So a lot of big names, and of
that's
course,
what I mean. And those are people who, like I said earlier, NWA. Charlie goes out there, kills it, and everybody loves it. They could be like, "Hey, look at this kid. We got to get him signed. We got to bring him over." And like I said, they could be watching NWA Power, and then here he is, Cha-Cha time. It might happen.
I'll remember you guys. And
if you do that, we're going to be like, we cover NWA, so we will be crying, and you will be, now that like you're here with us, you will forever be a member of the Road Break family. So we'll stay in touch with you forever, and we want your success. So Simon says, and I know the guys are going to turn the house down, but also you have, you're going to be fighting all over the place. I see on April you're going to be fighting also at Baja the Tag or.
Yes.
El Oso Turco, right?
Yeah, for SCM. So the Squared Circle Mega Masters. I get to wrestle. I get the opportunity to become a world heavyweight champion in Chicago. That's another dream come true.
Big city of wrestling, Chicago, of course.
Yeah, Chicago's is huge when it comes to wrestling. So to become a world champion over there, that'll be huge. I face El Oso Turco, who's mean, rugged. He's pretty good. But my goal, the only thing I have on mind is becoming the world heavyweight champion after the night. But yeah, that's April 11th. That's in Berwyn, Illinois, in Chicago.
Get your tickets, family. Get your tickets, please.
Get your tickets. Follow my social media, and I'll let you know how you get those.
Oh yeah, sure. So Charlie, for a match like this, how do you prepare yourself? How is like the mental process, physical process? What do you do for all like these main events that you have? What is Cha-Cha like? How's the preparation like contained?
Well, I do my homework on my opponents. I see what they're good at. I see their flaws as well. So I do a little research. I study my opponent, and I'll see what he's good at and what he's not good at. And then I just gotta get mentally ready. I exercise not right before the match. That day of, I do exercise a little bit. I don't go too hard, but I gotta get a little pump in. That way, my blood is running, and
you get the Cha-Cha time.
Yeah, it's then once the music hits, the crowd goes nuts. They know I'm coming, and it's Cha-Cha time. You could have said it any better.
Oh yeah, and I know that like you kind of like do the Hulk up too, because like you're almost like losing, but then you start like getting the Cha-Cha time, you get in the motion, everybody gets excited, and boom, you deliver.
Yeah, the crowd gets me that way. So once I feel the energy from the crowd, I get the energy, and they help me Hulk up, and it's a wrap from there.
And it's a bad time for whoever your opponent is, right? It's a bad time to feel that, to be that guy. I will say that. So Cha-Cha, tell me.
Go ahead. Guy, but when it's time to turn up and put the beats on them, trust me, I'm the guy to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Cha-Cha, so tell me like a good memory from you, like one of like the best memories that you have as a wrestler. Whatever comes to mind right now, like one of your best memories.
Well, one of the best memories is wrestling in Colombia, in Bogota, Colombia. It was the first time I went there. First time I ever been to Colombia. The crowd, it was over 1,000 people there. And when my music hit, it's a Spanish crowd, so they're happy. I'm like, okay, cool. They're getting along. They like the song and everything. When my music stopped, the crowd started chanting, "Cha-Cha time, Cha-Cha time, Cha-Cha time." It gave me goosebumps in the ring because normally I get Cha-Cha, Cha-Cha. In Colombia, when they were chanting my hashtag, I was like, how do you guys know that? How do you guys know that? They did their research. They knew all about me. And it was just amazing to have the Bogota, the Colombian crowd chant your name and know who you are when you're like thousands of miles away. So it was a great experience. It's the one I could think of right now. There's a lot more, but that's the one I can think of right now.
Yeah, like you said, that's got to be like a dream come true. Like, you know, you were expecting a good reaction, but that is like you said, the goosebumps. You're almost like, can I even wrestle now? Like, you're so like almost taken out of it. Like, you know, and it's a thing. Like you said, you were a fan. You were just a cameraman, video. You know, editing the videos. It's like you had the dreams and the aspirations, but sometimes there's always the doubts creep in. Like, maybe it is just a dream. Maybe I won't ever wrestle. But then to have that happen, like that's badass. Like, you know, that's a great story.
It's absolutely great. Yeah, and like, you know, that's something that I would like to ask you. Like, you want to go back to South America, of course, por la audiencia que habla español. ¿Te gustaría ir a Sudamérica nuevamente?
Claro, yo creo que voy a regresar en septiembre cuando CPW, Colombian Pro Wrestling, tenga el show otra vez. I'm invited, so I'm definitely going back to Colombia. But I'm not only going back to Colombia, I'll be wrestling in El Salvador again. There's an opportunity coming. I'm working the contracts out in Mexico. So that's a dream country. I haven't wrestled in Mexico yet.
That would be awesome for you. That would be big. That would be big.
That would be huge. It's different. Their wrestling is a little different from our style over here. But with some, you teach me, I learn, I adapt, and I'll be able to kill it over there too, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, like you know, we've seen a lot of your matches, so we know that you have the skill to kill it there. So you know, I can. A dream of ours would be to see you like on AAA, you know, fighting against all of those guys, and just see you there. It will be great. You know, we're rooting for you. And tell me, like, have you have any injuries? You know, any bad injuries that you had to like stop, like for a you be sidelined for a few months, or thankfully nothing has happened yet?
Yeah, no. In one of my matches against Romeo, Romeo's real good. You look him up. He was actually on NXT this past Wednesday. He was one of the security guys. But yeah,
Romeo
with my
Freire,
match with
right?
him, what was that?
Romeo Freire, I think it is.
No, Romeo. Hold on, let me look him up right quick. I forget his last name. But yeah, Romeo, he's my boy. But in our match, my arm got dislocated. My elbow got dislocated in our match. So it was painful, but I still had to go. I told them, we had to take it home, kind of, because it was my arm was dangling in the ring, and it was a bad experience. After that happened, I had to cancel a lot of shows that I was booked for. I was booked to wrestle in the Dominican Republic, but I had to cancel that after that because I was in an arm in a brace. I couldn't wrestle anymore. I was out for about 4 months. My arm still hasn't been the same, but I wrap it up. I make sure I take good care of it before I get in the ring. I do a lot of exercise for the arm to help it recover. It's doing a lot better. It's still not 100%. But yeah, this is what the game brings. We're fighting, we're hitting each other. You are gonna get hurt in this game. It just depends on what you do about it and how you recover.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right, and I'm glad that you're doing better. But we know that this business is just it's a contact sport. So of course, at some point something's gonna happen. But I'm glad that you're getting better and everything.
And there's no injury can stop Cha time. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's all it is.
Yeah, no, Cha will run wild, forever, and that's what we want. You're just I just hope that you just you don't have any injuries like that, because it takes a lot of your career and everything, especially the matches that you have.
Yeah, and you have to consistently train all the time. That way you don't make mistakes, because any little mistake in the ring could cost you your whole career. So you consistently have to stay training. You have to stay in shape, and just be careful. Take care of your opponent. Take care of yourself, most importantly, and just keep going.
Yeah, and well, now that we talk about Cha, the wrestler, the luchador, let's talk about a little bit of Cha or Charlie the man. The man. Tell us a little bit about you. What do you like? You have any hobbies outside of wrestling? Tell us a little bit about you as a person.
Well, I'm an insurance agent. I sell insurance, so if you're gonna get hurt, call me. I'll probably get you some good insurance at a good price. Yeah, I do
That's
a
good.
little
We
bit
know.
of
Thanks
everything.
for letting us know.
Yeah, so I can provide you with health insurance, life insurance, your auto insurance, homeowner, any kind of insurance you need. You go to compareaquote.com, go to that website, and we could possibly get you a good quote. We have over 21 different providers, so we shop it around for you. We get you the best price possible. But besides that, I'm a good basketball player. I know how to play basketball. I'm pretty good. I want to say I'm competitive. The way I'm competitive in the ring, I'm pretty competitive when it comes to playing basketball. So I do like the NBA.
What team are you? Which is your? What is your team?
The Lakers. I like the Lakers. I'm a big LeBron James fan. I follow LeBron James, so yeah, I go to the teams he goes to. So you could call me a hopper if you want.
I
For
guess
that,
you just go
But
with
that's all
him.
right. But see, that's all right because we're a big Charlie fans. So whichever
So
promotion he goes to, we're gonna be fans of that one. So you call
there
me.
that's right. That's
there you
what we
go.
do. Exactly. Like we're fans of you. Like the team, we don't really care. We go
Yeah.
with you. So
Exactly. So that's how I am with LeBron James. The whole Kobe Bryant situation was devastating. It did. I still can't believe it. It's hard. I'm heartbroken. It's crazy that even happened. But yeah, I like the Lakers. When it comes, I watch football. My team is the New York Jets. So yeah, I like all my New York teams. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
that I know. We know you have a 5, 6 year old.
Yeah, my son is 5. He's autistic too. But he looks at me like I'm his superhero. So why
And
That's
not?
you are.
awesome.
You are. Just
Yeah, I was
remember
gonna
that
say yeah.
you are a superhero for all of us. Okay, because anybody that has a dream and fights for it and is able to accomplish what you have is worth to be called a hero. So you are a hero for us, Charlie. Just so you know.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, my son motivated me to continue doing. There was a few times I was about to quit when I got started. But I look every time I look at my son. He needs me. He needs a superhero, and I was and because of him, I'm still doing this here today, and hopefully I could keep doing it on the long run, where he sees all of this, and it is all for him.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's awesome.
awesome.
That's awesome. I feel that like if he will like will if he says hey dad, I want to be a wrestler, I would like to try that, will you support him on that, or does he like
Absolutely.
is it
Yeah. I'll support him. I'll teach him. I'll teach him how to wrestle, but he has to do a little cha-cha junior.
well before
Yeah,
you teach him
he's
how
got
to
to live up.
wrestle,
He's
take
got to
you
live
gotta
up to the
teach him the
legacy.
moves. You
There
gotta
you
teach
go.
him the cha-cha dance, and it's like, okay kid, you're ready to be a wrestler now.
I think he got the cha-cha part down packed. Now can he wrestle? Is the next part.
Well, there you go. Well, then that's what you got to do. Like, it will be cool to see, a tag team Cha-Cha and the Sun.
Yeah.
The chat, or like, for your career to end. Let's say, like in a million years, who knows? You against your son. In a retirement match, because we've been plugging that for Rey Mysterio for the longest time. Jean Paul
Yeah.
likes to be a booker, and he's been plugging that for the longest time. He wants to see a retirement match.
Yeah, Dominic is ready. He's ready to go. Now is when his debut is gonna happen. That's next. What we're waiting for.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, little Dominic is ready, and he's big. He's bigger than his dad. So I'm sure he could throw his dad around here and there. But the dad is with the experience. So
Oh yeah, it is true.
Mysterio is a legend. So we'll see
It
how
is
that.
true. Absolutely, absolutely, Chacha. So, well, we would like to just send just one more question for you. We know wrestling is a really hard business, but is it really that hard to break in? Is it like, does it take that much of you? If I'm asking the question correctly, like, is it that hard to become a professional wrestler?
It is difficult. It's something that you mentally have to prepare for. Not only mentally, there's a million people who are wrestling, who wants to take your spot, who wants to do what you're doing. The question is, how are you going to differentiate yourself from the others? What are you going to do to stand out? Is it going to be the wrestling? Is it going to be your character? There's so much. So it is difficult. But again, it's like anything in life. You put your mind to it. You keep going. Don't quit. You'll see. the results once you keep pushing. And again, I quit. I almost quit a few times, but you know, with my passion of wrestling, this is what I want to do. I'm so close. You know, you just got to keep going. You got to be different. You know, invest in yourself, invest in your gear, train all the time. You know, cut promos in the mirror. There's so much to it. It's a never-ending learning cycle. So you always learning something new. You will always learn something new in this industry. You just got to keep going and be positive. And if this is what you want to do, you could definitely do it. You just got to be a little different and better than the others.
And that's why Chacha is the best, you know. For example, like I know that like MVP, he was just at the Royal Rumble, and he's a CCW own. So like, did he get any advice to you? I know he gave a few seminars over there. So what is the the guidelines that MVP gave you, or whatever advice he gave you?
Yeah, MVP, he always comes around. He started with CCW.
Mm-hmm.
His CCW is also his home company. But yeah, MVP, to see him in the Royal Rumble, to see him on Monday Night Raw the next day, I was excited. You know, I posted the picture because I got to tag team with him. He was a big role on my match in the steel cage that I had against David Mercury. He had his inputs. He tweaked it a few little things. So he had a big role backstage on what was going on my cage match. So I'm very grateful for MVP. And again, I'm very happy to see him back in Monday Night Raw and finish the way he wanted against Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool. So, any questions that you have for Chacha, Jean-Paul?
No, I was going to say, I think we pretty much covered it all. The one thing I will say, though, not really a question, but you talked about the steel cage. We're actually going to be at the Elimination Chamber, and we have pretty good seats. So I was thinking what kind of sign we want. You know, we're obviously on the one side, we'll have rope break, but on the other side, I think we're going to have hashtag It's Cha-Cha time.
Oh,
I think we got to plug
it in. We're going to start plugging it in.
If you get to watch the chamber, like I said, our seats are pretty good. They're pretty close to the front. So look, and then if you see a sign, it's Cha-Cha time, then you'll know.
I'm gonna record it, and I'm probably gonna tape it and put it on my social media after.
Yeah, and you know the one last thing, Mr. Chacha, advice for everybody. You know, anything you want to say to our audience in Spanish and in the audience in English, of course. Anything you want to say, and after that, you can just give us all your social media websites and everything. So how can they find you out?
Yeah, so just be patient, be positive. Being patient is the key to success, because you never know when it can happen. Look at Mercedes Martinez. She's been doing this for 19 to 20 years, doing the indie wrestling. But she's never stopped. She never quit. She kept on going. And now you look at her; she's an instant star in NXT.
We're a big fan of her.
And I knew that we were going to ask you about it, but you know we didn't want to just But we know that you're friends with her, and I see we're all happy about Mercedes Martinez. Like, she got a good showing at the Royal Rumble, and like we've been saying in our videos, like she's probably going to be like that main woman in NXT after a few girls go up to the main roster. So great for her. Like we've been fans of her ever since the Mae Young Classic.
There you go. Yeah, just be patient, and she's been patient. She's been doing this for 19 and 20 years. You know, she had a side job, but she never stopped believing in her dream, and now look at her. She's going straight to the top. And I'm happy for her. So yeah, just be patient, be positive, and you know, have fun with it too. You know.
Well, yeah, if you don't have fun.
Yeah, have fun.
You have fun with what you do it, and remember, guys, it's always Cha-Cha time.
So Cha-Cha time. No matter what, it's always Cha-Cha time.
That's right. Speaking of that, where if even if these people don't know it's Cha-Cha time, where can they go to find out that it's Cha-Cha time?
Yeah, so you can follow me on my social media. Facebook, I have my fan page is ChaChaCharlieTV, or you want to get more into me, hit me up on Facebook, ChaChaCharlie. Instagram, it's Cha-Cha time. Don't forget the ITS Cha-Cha time. That's my Instagram. That's also my Twitter. I'm barely on Twitter, but if you guys tag me on something, I'm for sure I'm gonna see it. So Twitter, it's Cha-Cha time. My YouTube channel is pretty. It's growing. I have a lot of subscribers there. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it if you do. Just look me up. It's ChaChaCharlieTV on YouTube.
Yep, we'll type out all the links and stuff also in the video description. So guys, go down there, click it, follow them. Do us a favor by following.
This is the future of wrestling right here, Rubric family, right here. This guy is the future. We always want Cha-Cha time. We want a good face. We want people that have a great character, great gimmick, and also they are good wrestlers. So we want to say thank you to you, Charlie, for your time.
So much.
It's been amazing.
Couldn't ask for better. Like we said, there's gonna be in the annals of time and space and everything. Who is the first interview of Rope Break? ChaChaCharlie. That's what I mean. You couldn't start off any better.
That's right. So, and also, that this, you have every time you want to come by. We're always open.
Yeah, no, definitely. I had a good time. I enjoyed this interview. I definitely want to do it again down the road. Let me win a title. Next time I come here, I'll be with the title. So
I was gonna say,
please,
we want to see you drape.
Remember that
gold.
You are part of our family.
Arms,
it's gonna be covered.
Waist, everything.
There you go.
We're gonna be covering. Results.
I'll have a title ready for you guys.
Just before we go, one more time. When are you gonna be today and next week?
So tonight, I'll be at the CCW Main Event Training Center, which is where we train. But we're having a little house show, if you want to call it that. But next week I'll be in Orlando, February 15th for USA Pro Wrestling, where I face Simon Says, because Simon Says it's Cha-Cha time, so I don't know what he's talking about. So yeah, I'll be there. Just follow my social media. I always post where I'm gonna be at. I'm all over the United States right now. The goal is to start hitting Europe, the Caribbeans, everywhere.
We want to see you in NXT UK, Cha-Cha. We want to see you having a match against Walter. We want to see you against Walter.
I wonder if Walter can handle Cha-Cha time.
I think you're the one that has to take that title away from him. I don't care about the chops. Frog Splash, the Mangu Splash, and done.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. New UK champion in Cha-Cha. So Cha-Cha, thank you again so very much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Rope Break family, don't forget, to follow us, subscribe to our channel, our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all linked up in, our beautiful layout and everything.
After this video, we want you to do a lot of following. Follow us if you haven't, and also follow Charlie. What the heck are you doing? Because why wouldn't you want it to be Cha-Cha time? There's no better time. There's no better time than Cha-Cha time.
Cha-Cha time. Forget about, Baylor time now. That's all, okay? That gimmick's all. We want Cha-Cha time. So, in the name of...
If you're depressed, if you're sad, go right back to it. It's Cha-Cha time, and it'll make it a little...
I like Cha-Cha.
See? Cha-Cha time. You guys heard it from the man itself. So, once again, Cha-Cha, thank you so very much for being with us. And in the name of John Paul...
for having me. It's an honor. It's a pleasure. Thank you guys for having me. I greatly appreciate that.
We are the ones honored, Cha-Cha, with your presence. So, in the name of Cha-Cha, John Paul, and myself, we want to say...